We now have our garter stitches here, and then we have our stockinette section. We're now going to begin our yarn over section, which is actually going to be eyelet lace. Eyelet lace is created by doing a group of yarn overs. Now, when you're knitting a shawl and you want it to become triangular, you actually increase your stitch by doing the yarn over. It adds a stitch to your project. But in this case, because we want our edge to stay straight here, for every stitch we increase, we need to decrease the stitch next to it in order to maintain the same number of 100 stitches all the way around. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by knitting 3 stitches just so we have a nice edge, because remember this is going to be our seam in the back of our cowl. So we want to have something stable for it to be stitched to. So we're going to knit 3 stitches. Alright, now we're going to begin our yarn overs. You move your yarn from the back between the 2 needles so that it is in the front, just like this. Then you are going to knit the next 2 stitches together. You can see I have 2 stitches here. You're going to do just a basic knit stitch, but instead of 1 stitch you are doing 2 of them together. So you're going to catch 2 of those loops. Your yarn again is in the front. You're going to wind it around to the back, bring it between the 2 needles, just like you did with the knit stitch. And these 2 stitches here are going to come up and over and off. So you still have 2 stitches, but the 2 that were together are combined here, and your yarn over has created its own stitch. So there you can see the hole that is formed with the yarn over. So let's do it again. We bring the yarn between the 2 needles to the front. We knit 2 stitches together. And there's our yarn over, and there's our 1 stitch that was created from 2. Let's do it a couple more times. Bring it to the middle, knit 2 stitches together, bring it around to the back, between the 2 needles, over the top and off the other side. We're going to do this stitch all the way until the last 3 stitches. So you're going to go across the remaining 100 stitches that you have, and then when we get to the last 3 stitches, we will look at it again and I'll show you what to do when you get to the edge. All right, we have gone all the way across with our yarn overs. You can see them here. You can see the yarn overs are the stitches that slant to the side. Now I'm at the last 3 stitches. You should have ended on a yarn over, knit 2 together, and then you should have 3 stitches left on your left needle. These 3 stitches you are simply going to knit across. Now you're at the end of the row. You're going to turn your work so that you are on the wrong side. Again, remember your right side is marked with a stitch marker. So you are on the wrong side now, and you are going to purl all the way across your stitches. And you're going to repeat these 2 rows for a total of 3 times, which will be a total of 6 rows. So you're going to make a yarn over row, and then a purl row, and a yarn over row, a purl row, a yarn over row, and a purl row. So you will have 6 rows altogether when you finish this portion.